Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Discord Life with AJ and Mia. Hi! Today is exciting because we are doing episode 2, which means episode 1 was out last week. Woo! We were super excited for that.
We were. We did episode 1 and it was a lot of fun. There was a lot of editing to be had because I did fix a lot of the that I was doing on episode 0, but I accidentally replaced it with ands. So I kept catching myself having said and between a lot of words. So if anyone here watched episode 1 and they noticed a lot of choppy bits from me, that's because I said and right before it.
I say and so often between everything that I say. It's because I'm still thinking. So I say and whatever the next sentence is. So I have a problem with that too. When I first started doing videos, I said a lot of ums. It was very difficult to stop myself, which I've replaced with and, but that's a little easier to edit in my opinion. Actually, I take that back. The ums were easier to edit because you can just replace, like take them completely out. Well, the and
Yeah.
is part of the thought.
My dad makes fun of me all the time for saying and it's just my brain loading on Internet Explorer, dial up, and there I go with it, the word and. But I'm gonna do my best to work on the ums and the ands.
So, how do you feel about posting your first? Is it your first YouTube video or is it just your first? What I know you have experience trying to have a podcast in the past.
Yeah, this is my first official YouTube channel post. So it was actually woke up from a nap at 6 o'clock. And then my second thought after I woke up was, oh my God, it's live because we scheduled it. And I was super excited. I immediately went and I tried to figure out how to share it real fast. It was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, I did post it on Instagram. If you want to follow us on Instagram, it's just a Discord Life. I did a little mini animation for our post, just a little one, just a little bouncies. I liked it.
It was so cute. It was so cute. I enjoyed it.
I was so last minute, that little animation. I was like, you know what? I could just do this like real quick. And I was just like, da 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 da. 2 minutes later, done.
Skills to pay the bills. That's what you got.
Skills to pay the bills. Can you tell employers that? Because I'm trying to find a job. By the way, so I don't know if I said this last week. I had a job interview, or well, they messaged me saying, hey, when are you available to schedule an interview? And I responded with, absolutely, blah, blah, blah. I am ready for you. Silence for 2 weeks. Finally, they reached out back to me today. I responded back with saying, okay, this is my availability, and now I'm waiting to hear back. So fingers crossed that they don't ghost me again. I mean, it's a great opportunity. It's a part-time job, only 10 to 15 hours a week. The pay is good. It's in the direction that I want to go into for sure.
I want that for you so bad. I've been going through interviews, also looking for promotions within my own company, and just to even be able to get your first interview is daunting and long. You don't know if people are on vacation. You don't know if they're going to respond back to you tomorrow in 2 weeks. It's an awful game, but it's a game.
Terrible game. I hate playing.
Terrible. I hate resume management. I applied to this one job so many times in different departments within the company. And I was starting to get really desperate because I really wanted to work for this one company. I was starting to get so desperate that I started changing my resume color layout to the colors of the company and putting in my cover letter how much I want to work for them as like a childhood dream. No calls back.
No.
It hurt. I was like, oh, come on.
That's unfortunate.
In the brand department, like this is the brand, like I'm applying for the brand department, I'm showing brand.
I try to create my own brand. So a lot of my cover letter and my resume have like a small design, like very small. Like it's like not paint splatter per se, but like almost somewhere between paint splatters and bubbles. So that I can see like a creative side of my efforts and my ability, especially with like content creation and graphic design jobs, which is not necessarily what I'm going for, but it isn't not what I'm going for. I more want to do content creation versus graphic design, but a lot of the artistic resumes have some type of design on it. So I have that. They match. So I have my own
That's
brand.
so cool. That's what I was looking for to do with mine. I have very specific font that goes with my cover letter and resume, kind of tie them together that way. I guess I hoped those colors really came through for me, but I feel you. It really does suck to be looking for jobs right now. It's this whole game what it is.
Yeah, I really want this job.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
But what's up with you?
Oh, nothing much. The usual. We had a karaoke party over the weekend. You came to it. It was so awesome to see you there. You brought your bestie. It was a good time. At the end of the night, when I was in bed to go to sleep, I had like 5 songs playing in my head at the same time.
Oh my god. I had so much fun. Sorry I was there so early. I thought I was gonna be late, but you said 4 o'clock, and I was like, well, we don't have to be there exactly at 4, so we can be a little late.
No, it was all good. I'm so used to telling people 4 o'clock because I host holiday parties at my house and my family comes through and they're Latinos, and so they like to come in a little later, like 2 hours later. No big deal, no big deal. So I've been telling them the party starts 2 hours before I really care, to have them there. When I start hosting parties that are outside my family bubble, I'm so used to saying 4 p.m. because really it is 6 o'clock, but it's just muscle memory to me at this point. But it was great that you were there at 4 o'clock anyway. Some of that one-on-one time with you. And Amy and Melanie got to bond over Pokemon cards. That was pretty cute.
That was cute.
Yeah, and speaking of, you brought the chocolate pecans, and they're halfway gone. They are delicious. I had them while I was working today. Delicious. I forget how good chocolate pecans are.
Yeah, Amy picked those out.
Oh, that's sweet.
She's very sweet. I love her. We've been friends for like 17 years, I think I did the math recently, and it's kind of disgusting. We've been friends for almost 2 decades, and that's just like gross.
Ew.
Ew. Friendship?
Gross. Oh yeah, that was a lot of fun at that karaoke night. It was my first official hosting of a karaoke night at my house. Usually it's like accompanied with Christmas at my place. And so I had a desk set up with my laptop in the middle, and it was connected to both the TV, the speakers. We had mics going around. We had my daughter selling Girl Scout cookies. We had a ton of pizza. Did you like the pizza? Did you see what I did there?
I did. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I ate like most of it. I think I had like 4 slices, so maybe like half. But I saw less than half was left, which means someone else liked it too. So that's good.
Yeah, mystery other people liked it. I called the pizzeria earlier in the day to have the pizza delivered by later in the day. I called them, said I'd like X amount of pizzas, I want this, and that, and then I hung up and I was like, wait, I'm gonna call them back. So then I got a personal Hawaiian, and then I got your mushroom and onions. I did a little happy dance. I was really excited for it. I couldn't wait for you to come over so you can have some.
Amy was so funny during the party because she started getting hungry. She's like, do you think we could ask them if we could order pizza? But maybe. And I just like feel weird about it. And then like 10 minutes later, pizza was here, and we were like, yes, pizza. That's what we wanted.
Karaoke night plus pizza equals heart forever. There will always be pizza at karaoke nights. I'm thinking of hosting it every month or every other month, depending on my budget, because these prices are too damn high.
Yeah.
So the next one would be in April, hopefully.
Wow. I don't know if I could go to a karaoke party every month, though.
Yeah, after the party, I woke up Sunday and I was like, I don't want to hear any music for the rest of the month. I'm done.
That's fair. That's fair.
We went through them all.
I'm gonna have to prepare for next time and make sure I have like what songs I want to sing.
I had a little list to keep track of the Girl Scout cookies that Melanie was selling. And halfway through the night, I noticed my husband's at the table writing song name down. And I look at him, I'm like, those are for Girl Scout cookies. He's like, oh, I thought it was the song list sign-up sheet. And that way we can have everybody write down whatever song. You have plenty of time to think of it and Google search it or whatever, search it on Spotify and then come up and set yourself up.
That's smart.
Whenever you go to a karaoke party, you never think of getting that list together first.
Yeah.
And then you always regret it at the end. We're like, oh, I could have sung this one.
So, I have a question for you. What is your favorite karaoke song?
I always start with What's Up by Four Non Blondes. That's like my warm-up one. And then I love duetting Shallow with Lady Gaga and
Bradley Cooper.
With Lady Gaga. I also love to duet Shallow by Lady Gaga and
Bradley Cooper.
It's Bradley Cooper. I keep thinking Bruno Mars because it's a B. Yes.
That is definitely not Bruno Mars.
Well, because they also just made the song Die With a Smile, so that one's embedded in my brain too.
fresh on your head. On your head?
Yeah.
In your head? I don't know.
Fresh in my head.
Okay. I
Sure.
also loved singing that song. Shallow is a really good song. I loved it. And I went through a phase where I was just listening to it all of the time and singing it in my car with the volume all the way up. It was on my playlist for a while. I have like this one playlist on Spotify that I like remove and put songs depending on like where I am in my life. But no,
Yes.
that's too serious. It's not that serious.
No, it's the chapter of mood in your life.
Yeah.
Is it not?
What'd you say?
Is it not? Is it not?
Is it not?
Is it not? Do I not make sense? I need validation. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I got you. I validate you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, what are your favorite songs?
So I love I Will Survive. It's just so dramatic, which is why I picked it. It probably, weirdly enough, one of my favorite songs. It's one of those like older songs that just kind of I love the drama. It's powerful and I like it. I like singing it. So that would be my number one, I think. I don't know if I can't think of another favorite, but I had so much fun this weekend singing Evanescence with you. So much fun.
Yes, Amy Lee. If I could be any singer in the world, Amy Lee is my gal. Like, I want to be her so bad. Her vocal cords are
Impeccable.
Mhm.
I went through a deep Evanescence phase when I was in middle school. Definitely, maybe early high school, I was still listening to Evanescence. And funny enough, about a month or two ago, I had an Evanescence night. I used this thing is my phone. I use it as like a phone camera holder.
one of those scrunchy things.
It's adjustable in length, so I can make it like this small or I can make it taller than me. I was using that as a mic. It's just me going ham singing Evanescence, and it's so dramatic. It's crazy. I'm just like, my hair is down. I'm just like total rocker mode, you know? I love it. I loved it, and Tom was just recording me. He shared it in our other Discord channel. Maybe I should upload it to our Discord channel.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be a good one.
Yeah.
Share it with the world.
Share
Why
it
keep
with
it to
the world.
yourself?
Yeah, exactly. Do you have a favorite genre of music?
That's honestly the question of doom, because I blank out hard. I know what I don't like, and that's blasting country. It does not enter the ear well, but I do dabble with between EDM, techno, Spanish music, Brazilian music, punk rock, alternative, emo, 90s freestyle. 10 years later, I'm still listing genres. I learned about two different genres within the last few years, and that was yacht rock and freestyle. Didn't know those were categories until my friend educated me, the same person, on both of them. I thanked her the other day. That was karaoke night. I was like, I just realized you taught me these two genre names, and I think it's so awesome. And she's like, I'm just old.
So what is yacht rock?
It's like any song you can listen to that's playing in H&M. That's how I could explain it. I don't really know, but I like yacht rock. And then freestyle is like 90s club, Cynthia, kind of music. I'm blanking out.
I would have to say my favorite genres would be somewhere between like indie and alternative music. Of course, I also went through my emo phase. Obviously, most of the time when people ask me what kind of genre I like, it's easier for me to list bands that I like because they can figure out the genre themselves. So bands that I like myself are like Rainbow Kitten Surprise, The Tallest Man on Earth. I like a lot of different things. Mumford and Sons, or old Mumford and Sons. I like Arctic Monkeys. Whatever those bands give you that vibe, that's the genre. Do you have favorite bands?
I would have to zone out for 30 minutes, but I would say I'm going to pick three different ones to kind of represent me all around, because I am kind of like between techno and alternative, and it's a big range. But Britney Spears is the queen. Evanescence is my soul. And then one of the more recent ones that I have discovered that have been here for a while, but I'm late to the game sometimes, is Screaming Females. I have something to talk to you about with that, because you posted some stuff on the internet recently. Yes, you saw at Autodidact, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that Marissa was playing at Autodidact with the band The Noun. I didn't realize that. I didn't know she was in that band. I only knew her as Screaming Females because I knew of her only maybe like 6 months, maybe 8 months before that. When I realized what I missed out on, I lost my shit.
Well, it was super cool. So I'm also late to the game for the Screaming Females. Tom was the one who realized that Marissa was playing at Autodidact with as the band now, and it was so cool. I got to talk to her for a little bit, and
Oh.
she was super nice. And I love Screaming Females, and Noun was pretty cool. So I have my CD, and currently I have the Noun CD playing. It's been playing for weeks.
So jealous.
Yeah.
So jealous. I was so sad when I realized what I missed out on. I know that they're playing around though, so there's hope in the future.
We should find them and we should go together.
I'm so down. I love her voice.
Wow, powerful, amazing voice. You just don't expect such a sound to come out of such a petite person.
I was able to talk to her one day too during one of the Screaming Females shows. I was gushing the whole time. I was like, "Hi, I like the Screaming Females. You're so nice. You're so cool." And she's like, "Ugh." I'm like, "Do you want some water? I could get you water." I can't meet famous people. I get so weird.
I don't know if I was embarrassing or not because I had a few drinks because we were at Autodidact, of course, and so I had the confidence to be like, "Hi, how are you? I like you from like Screaming Females. It's super cool. I really love your voice." But I don't know how confident or sloppy that came out. Or like, was I even cool? Like, I don't know, but I felt cool.
And that's all that matters, really, for the sake of your mental health. Let's definitely go to one of their shows in the future.
About what you said before, not to get sidetracked again, but I just don't want to forget is next time we do have karaoke, we're singing Britney Spears together. That was my thought. I just couldn't forget it. Like I've like been replaying that thought in my head because I also really like Britney Spears, which is crazy because she definitely doesn't fit into my genres. But when I was younger, I was a huge Britney Spears fan.
Yeah, she's iconic. She's the queen of pop. Always will be. I don't care what anyone else says.
I think she's technically considered the princess of pop.
I'll take it. But then who's the queen?
I don't know.
She still is.
Maybe she was just the princess of pop when she was younger. Do you have a favorite Britney Spears song?
I would say between Toxic, Lucky.
That's my favorite song. I knew that was what you were going to say. I was like, can you describe it? Because I had a feeling. Lucky is my favorite Britney Spears song for sure. I mean, I love a bunch of other songs too, but Lucky, I remember being young and just like crying.
Yeah. I think that was the first song we really heard that had an emotion that wasn't about falling in love or falling out of love or chasing a boy. It was about being famous and how they talk about her. Oh, she's so lucky. But in reality, she's crying at night. So is she? Like that was a new thought to me. And it really humanized a celebrity for me, which was like, oh, wow.
Especially someone so young. Like at the time when the song came out, it was, the word shocking isn't the right word, but it was definitely a side that we didn't see before, and that's something that I really love about it. Also, I tend to like slower songs. Like I said last week, I have a lot of feelings, and the song has a lot of feelings, so tears, you know?
Also, a lot of feelings with Spice Girls, I feel, too. Spice Girls was a lot of feelings, but that Britney Spears, I feel like she did a better job at reaching us.
She reached at us.
Another fun one was If You Seek Amy. That was intense. I was like, oh, she's a baddie.
Yeah.
We already knew that, though.
That song is kind of old.
Yeah, she's old, but like all the love in the world, with all the love. Other good ones, Baby, Hit Me One More Time, or Oops, I Did It Again. Those are really good. Those have been drilled into our heads too.
I mean, I don't know anyone who doesn't know the words to those songs, you know, even if they aren't Britney Spears fans, like they were so iconic enough and that everyone probably knows the words, at least a certain age group, maybe not so much the younger folk.
I felt really bad for Britney Spears in her conservatorship. It seemed like a really bad situation to be in, and I never really supported celebrity political things, but that time I did. I bought myself a shirt that said hashtag Free Britney so fast, and I wore it so proud, and then a month later she was out, and I feel like I pulled all the weight. That was all me. I did that.
You did. I believe that 100%. Leave Britney alone.
I love that video. That was such a good one. Another, see, anything that touches Britney is gold.
Speaking of the younger folk, I know you have a kid. First of all, adorable. Second of all, what would you say? Because kids have favorite songs and they replay them over and over and over again. And for example, this weekend we had the kids playing the same song over and over again for karaoke night.
So it turns out like 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock, it was kid hour, and they kept playing Apata and Sunroof over and over, just switching back and forth from them. And I kept asking them like, okay, what's the next song? What other song do you want me to play? And they're like, Apata. I'm like, okay.
So
I can do that.
my question for you is, what was one song that Melanie wanted played over and over again? One that you could not stand anymore because of how often it played? Because I know you said she was never like a Frozen kid, and that was my first thought. Like, kids like love Frozen.
Yeah, I'm so glad we skirt that era of Frozen. She is really into the duck song.
Like the one with the grapes?
Yeah. Frank will be at work listening to music in the speakers or in his headphones, and Melanie has her phone that is connected to his in whatever tech way, and she can go into the Spotify, see what song he's playing, and change it if she wants to. So she will go and search up the duck song, play it, and then start giggling, waits to see him change it back to the song he was listening to, then changes it back to the duck song again for a whole half hour, just messing with it. It's so funny.
That is one smart kid. That's for sure. My husband does that too with Banana Phone at Twin Elephant because he has access to the music. So sometimes he'll randomly put Banana Phone on so it would just play everywhere. Which is funny because we also had Banana Phone play at our wedding.
Oh yeah, that's right. When I heard that play at your wedding, I was like, these are my people. I was in the back like twerking to Banana Phone. Melanie, we haven't been able to look at the grapes the same way in this family. We are triggered. And when she goes to bed, we put her to bed like at 9:30 at night. I'll like get into bed, go up to Frank, and he'll be like, you got any grapes? And he's like, no! From back in my day, the song of annoyance was the Gummy Bear song. That my parents hated me for.
I don't know if I have a song that my parents hated me for, but I definitely had like movies. And apparently, all I wanted to watch when I was younger was Aladdin. I wanted them to replay Aladdin over and over again. And they also told me a different story, which is when I was like a baby, I was watching Lion King and I was crying. Like, as if I knew what was happening. But, like, I was just, like, in tears. And I was just, like, feeling their feelings even as, like, such a little baby and, like, that. But
you're an empath, aren't you?
I am. It's terrible. I hate it. I hate it so much. It is so annoying and it gets in the way. And I'm just like, I have enough feelings. I don't need other people's feelings either.
So Aladdin was your favorite movie growing up?
No, I don't remember it. I was just told that all I wanted to do was watch Aladdin over and over again. But I was very little and I have no memory of it. So it was just what I was told.
My favorite movie was Anastasia. And that wasn't really Disney. Thumbelina and Anastasia were my top two. And if you had to go, the Disney route, then it's Pocahontas. Oh, lies. Snow White.
Snow White is a good one.
Because she spoke to animals.
Because she spoke to animals, yeah. That's super cool. And she would sing, and like the animals would like sing with her. I know what movie I like. I was a little on the older side, but the Shrek series. I may or may not have this fascination with Shrek. It's become like a real life meme for me. And about, I want to say 5 years ago, Tom and I had just started dating and I wanted to watch Shrek. I don't know why. I was just feeling like Shrek 2 was the vibe, but it wasn't on Netflix and that's what I had and he was over at my place. But what we did find was way more interesting. Shrek the musical.
I haven't seen that.
It's so good. At first, we like put it on because the ogres looked really funny, and we're like, oh my god, what is this? This is ridiculous. And then we watched it. It was so good. It was crazy good. And we were blown away because it's a musical, but they looked so funny because the ogre, but it was so good, and I loved it so much. So Shrek the Musical, check it out.
I'll have to watch that for sure.
Yeah.
I can't wait to just put it on without giving my husband a heads up. we normally watch like How the Universe Works at night, or like Ancient Aliens. Don't ask. And instead, this time I'm just gonna play Shrek the Musical and just say nothing.
Do it.
Yeah.
It'll be so weird at first, but I promise you won't regret it.
Are they playing songs in that musical that were in Shrek? Or are they playing completely different songs?
I'm sure it is songs from the movie. I just don't remember right now because that was like 5 years ago. We just still talk about it. We're obsessed with it, but I don't think we ever watched it again. Maybe I should. Ooh.
That's tricky though, because I love rewatching. I'm contradictory a little bit, but I don't like rewatching movies and shows that I've seen already. But if I'm in the mood to rewatch something from back in the day, I will. And it's usually like animes, like the newer Sailor Moon, then there's Gundam. It doesn't feel like as good as it was in my mind from, so it kind of like watered it down, I guess, for me. And it's sad and it's just tricky. It's tricky to rewatch something from back in the day. Maybe you don't find it as fun.
That's possible. Maybe we're just so like hyped up on the whole like Shrek thing. Like it is possible that it's not good at all. But like you're right. I totally understand what you mean because that's definitely happened to me. There's shows, not all shows, because I actually really do like rewatching things a lot. But there are times when I watch something, I'm like, this doesn't feel the same for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I get kind of sad afterwards. I'm like, oh, it didn't do me right. Actually, I've got a confession to make. We were talking about how we launched episode 1, and we even have episode 0 out on A Schmitty Thought. I haven't been able to muster up the ability to watch them because I don't want to cringe at myself. Like, I don't like hearing my recordings. I don't like playing myself back. Every time I'm editing these videos, this is my face.
You definitely get used to it, and at least you were watching it while you're editing, right? Because we take turns editing. Like, we both edit. Like, I do the cleanup, and then all the fun stuff is Mia. You get used to seeing yourself and hearing yourself. At least I've gotten to, but I've been making videos for a very long time, and I've also streamed on Twitch for a very long time, but you get used to it.
One day, hopefully. It was really rough editing episode 1 because my mic was too hot. It really messed up my audio, and I was trying so hard to fix it to make it bearable, and every time I would try and adjust the audio settings, I'd have to hit the play button again, and it was like the beginning of the video again, and at some point I'm like and there was no way to fix it. So I am aware that episode 1's mic situation for me was not the best, and we'll take baby steps to improve it as we go along. Hopefully this one's a little bit better. We did pre-record on both episode 1 and this one, so I don't really know what happened, but hopefully this one's a lot better and easier for me to edit in terms of listening to myself because it's rough.
We'll figure it out.
I'm really excited to edit episode 2, which is what we're doing, recording now, and get ready to record episode 3. We're shooting to launch our episodes on Mondays, right? That's what we agreed on. That's what we're aiming for.
Mondays at 6.
Yeah, so we'll try and stick to that. I know we're going to collect data and see, where our audience is at, our viewers, and what time do you guys like to watch us, and we'll adjust as needed. There's going to be a bunch of little hiccups here and there since, it's a learning curve. But I'm excited.
It's brand new, and you know what? We'll figure it out, and you'll figure it out with us. Also, we have a Discord channel if you're interested in seeing us try to figure it out. We'll have like clips of things that we exclude from the videos, or you'll get notification when we have uploaded, and we can hang out in there. There's voice chats, there's meme sections, there's general chat, there's art, there's pictures. There's all. I don't know what that means. But hopefully we see you there. There's a link in our YouTube channel. It's linked up there. And yeah, hopefully we see you there.
Thanks for hanging out with us, everybody.
Yeah.
We can't wait to see you again next week.
Yeah. Thank you so much for tuning in. We love you guys all, and we will see you all next time. Bye.
Bye.
And I said